This video, we're going to have a look at how we can create columns. So you know that newspapers, magazines, leaflets are all created using columns. It makes it easier to read. So if you have starting a blank document, when the text reaches the end of one column, it automatically continues to the top of the second column and subsequent columns if you've got more than two. So bear that in mind when you are adding additional text or graphics or deleting text within a column. It's going to have a knock-on effect on the layout of the rest of the document. Okay, so I'm going to open up a document here just now, bear with me. Normally the best way I would suggest is that you actually create the document first and then pop into columns subsequently. Okay, so we've got a document here, lifestyle friendly policy. Okay, so to insert columns, okay, we go to the layout tab. Okay, so bear with me till my toolbar decides to float away. Okay, so layout. Okay, in the page setup section, we have columns. Okay, so we can default to one, which is obviously what the document is at the moment. We can have 2 columns, 3 columns. We'll have a look at those in a minute. See what left does, okay, and see what right does for you. Okay. There's also an option there for more columns. Okay, so this is where we can be very specific. We can say how many columns we want. Okay, we can change the width of individual columns and the spacing between the columns. Okay, we can also, if we want, have a line between. Okay, so you can play about with these various options. Okay, so I'm going to say 2 columns for now. Okay. What we might want to do is have the heading lifestyle friendly policy, for instance, centered across the top of the document. Okay, so what we're going to do is we are going to click in the line underneath the text. Okay, and we're going to pop in a continuous section break. Okay, so we're going to have another look in another video about different page breaks and section breaks. Okay, but this is just one use that we're going to come along here. So again, in the layout tab, we've got breaks. Okay, and we want to have here a section break, a continuous one. Okay, which will insert a break and start the section on the same page. Okay, so let's just see what happens when we do that. Okay, so what I then want to do is center the text, lifestyle friendly policy. Okay, back to my home tab, and I can center that. And as I say, I now want this line, okay, to be just one column. Okay, so then everything else in the subsequent section, okay, is going to remain in the 2 columns. So again, it's just the layout tab, into columns, and I'm just going to say 1. Okay, so that's centered the heading across the 2 columns. Okay, what you also is good practice to do is to have your paragraph indicators on, okay, so that we can actually see, okay, where we have section breaks, column breaks, where we've actually hit the enter key between different paragraphs, okay, because as you're kind of moving between the columns, okay, and adding different breaks, etc. The pagination sometimes gets a little bit messed up. Okay, so you can see here that we're going to need an extra line after the heading, and we can see we've got extra spaces here before occupational health. So it's always a good idea to make sure that you have proofread the document, okay, at any time, to make sure, okay, then that it looks okay. So again, if we just put the paragraph indicator on there, you can see that we've got the section break here, okay, and I want to put in an additional space here to line everything up properly. Again, I might want to take space out here, okay, but what we're also going to do is, I don't need to do that at this present moment, because what I want to do is I want to put occupational health onto a different page. Okay, so what we can actually add in here, okay, is a column break. Okay, so again, the layout option, okay, once my toolbar disappears again, bear with me, please. Okay, layout, breaks. Okay, so this time what we want here is a column break. Now note that my cursor, okay, was obviously at the line just to occupational health, okay, before I do this. So layout breaks, column break, and that pops that onto a new page. Okay, and if we scroll back up, we can see here, because we've got the paragraph indicators on, we can see quite clearly that we have a column break. And again, if I wanted to delete that, it's just like a piece of text. Just move up to the column break and use your delete key, This time we want to get rid of that additional line as well, okay? And that is very simple use of columns. Thank you.